You have 4 months left of the year. Hasn't that flown by? Don't you remember your New Year's resolutions just after Christmas? And don't you remember the summer that was going to be so fun? That's coming to an end. Soon it's going to rain. You're back to Christmas. You're back to New Year's. And let me ask you a very important question. On New Year's Eve, you're going to make a whole bunch of resolutions about how you're going to change your life and everything is going to end up being fantastic for you next year. All the things you didn't do this year, you're going to do next year and everything's going to change. So you can either make yourself a bunch of promises on January 1st, or you can begin them right now. You can start right now, and on January 1st, instead of making promises, you can look back on what you've already done, what you've already achieved. Which is more powerful? Is it more powerful for you to look back and say, wow, in those 4 months, I saw that video from Andrew, I made all my resolutions, and I got them all done, and now everybody else is making their resolutions, and I'm 4 months ahead, and I've got a huge head start, and I'm going to go into this year as a winner? Or you're going to sit around, depressed that summer is over, waste some more time, waiting for a date on the calendar to then finally knuckle down and dedicate yourself.
Gentlemen, it's go time. It's go time like it's never been before. Either things are going to go great and you need to get your ducks in a row now before they go too great, or things are going to go wrong and you need to get your ducks in a row before they go wrong. Either way, it's go time. Doesn't matter what happens. What matters is you need money. There's never been a time in my life where having loads of money was bad. Same with strength. I've never thought, damn it, I'm too strong. Wish I wasn't so strong. These are the two things that you can never get enough of, which is why they're the two things you should be focused on. It is go time. Today is go time. Right now is go time. You either go now or you lose. Now you can finally take some action and get something done. And it is your job to win as much as possible. And I'm going to make sure none of you are falling for a very obvious and simple trap. And that trap is the false idea of work and believing that anybody gives a shit about you as opposed to themselves. Life is actually very simple because it's a one move win. You only had to do one move and you instantly and endlessly 100% of the time won. And that thing is get rich. You know, whenever I see an argument online about anything, my instant response is, thank God I'm rich. Focusing all that energy on getting as rich as possible is more likely to change your experience than rage posting. It's amazing how much you can achieve if you actually try, and you should feel deep shame if 2024 did not change your life. When we ask you at the end of 2025 what you've achieved, you should have a list and not feel a deep sense of shame. You've wasted 2024. 2025 can be the year to remember. And we're going to talk again exactly a year from now to see what you've achieved. This is the year for winners. It's going to get harder and harder for a loser to win. It's going to get easier and easier for a winner to win. So I want you guys to knuckle down, lock in, and pay a lot of attention, because 2025 has to be a year that we all remember, filled with amazing stories.
Your competition is zero. They're just out drinking, watching sports, distracting themselves on TikTok. They're losers. All you have to do is focus on yourself. Focus on yourself. You're going to win.
Your primary objectives as a man are to get as rich as possible, richer each time you circle the sun, and to stay out of jail. The year's almost over. I remember you said this year was going to be your year. We all know you wasted it. But those are your primary objectives. Your objectives are not to be simping for girls. Your objectives are not to be messaging women on Instagram who ignore you. Your objectives are not to be happy. Your objectives are not to sit around crying or being depressed about something or being sad. Your objective is not to jerk off and watch porn. Your objective is to get rich so other people have to pay you their money because you own all the assets and stay out of jail. Those are your primary objectives. If you don't do that, you lose. Do you understand? You took a job because it's safe. You don't want to start your own company because you might not make any money. So you took the safe path. You make less money. You're a slave. You sit in the commute. You have to listen to bullshit HR departments. Your dreams never come true. For only 2 weeks a year, you have any kind of freedom, but it was safe, right? Except AI is coming to take your job and all the companies are firing everyone. So it was never safe. So the risk is the same whether you launch your own company or you have a job, but the upsides are massively different. It's 2 coin flips. The chances are the same, but on one coin flip, you can live the life of your dreams. And on the other coin flip, the best that can happen is you barely pay your bills. So why do you want a job instead of learning how to make your own money for yourself and regaining your geographical freedom inside of the real world?
I believe 99.9% of the people I've interacted with in my life are lazy. And when I say lazy, I mean it in the genuine term of the word. They're lazy. They think that they come up with work-life balance and, well, there's no point working if you don't enjoy yourself and all this other and they remain lazy. And the problem is that the world we live in is player versus player.
Yeah.
Now, I would like to believe in a world where you don't have to wake up and think about the money, where you don't have to wake up and think about the bag. You don't have to wake up and think, how do I get paid? Where instead you could wake up and think, I want to enjoy my time. I want to spend time with my family, et cetera, et cetera. But the problem is it's player versus player. There are people like me. There are sharks in the ocean. If you want to stay a fish, you're going to lose. There are people like me who wake up and think, okay, I want more. Don't give it. I already have everything I could ever think of. I already have enough money to buy everything I could ever dream of. I can't even think of anything on the planet I want. Don't care. I want more so I can take it from others. There are people like me that exist, and you have to compete against people like me. It's player versus player. So when I say lazy, my entire life is work. And when I say that, people think that's depressing. No, it's not. It's not depressing. I love it. Every single thing I do is work. When I go to the gym, it's so I'm in fantastic shape, so I can call everyone a brokey, and they don't want to come up to me on the street because I know I'm off. Work. When I come here and do a podcast and have a nice conversation with you gentlemen, work. I'm making money in between, work. Life is work. Existence is work. If I'm awake, I'm working. Every single thing I do is conscious. It's all done on purpose.
One of my favorite things to do is ask a loser why they lost. And they never say it's them. It's never anything to do with them. It's never their own decisions. It's never the position they put themselves in. It was some outside force. It just happened. But even if it rains, it's still your fault that you went outside. Even if it rains, it's still your fault you didn't check the weather forecast. Even if it rains, it's still your fault you didn't bring an umbrella. It's still your fault you couldn't run from the rain because you weren't fit enough to run a marathon in suit shoes at random. It's all your fault. You have a part to play in every single situation and every single scenario. But every time I ask a loser why they lost, it never seems to be their fault. If there was golden treasure in the middle of a busy street in New York, how long would it take to be discovered? Seconds? How long would it take until it is gone? Maybe a minute at most. So where is treasure found? Treasure is found because it's buried, because it is difficult to access and nobody else can find it before you do. The difficulty is the only reason you stand a chance to get the treasure. If there was no difficulty, you stand zero chance of ever seeing this treasure and getting your hands on it because someone else would have already done it. Easy things are already gone. Everything you want lies behind difficulty. So it is extremely ungrateful for you to dislike difficult things and dislike difficulty when difficulty is the only thing that has protected the thing you want from everything else. Difficulty safeguarded the thing you want from all the other people who were trying to take it from you. Difficulty was a night watchman that did you a favor and stopped others from getting hold of all the things of value. And then you complain that it's difficult?
You have to do the hard work first. If there's no hard work, there's no smart work. So someone's going to sit there and go, I work smart, I don't work hard, so I only have to work an hour a day. If working smart gets you a lot done in an hour a day, then you should work smart for 12 hours a day and get 12 times the work done. I am absolutely and utterly a believer in hard work. I'm a proponent of hard work. I have all this money and all I do is work. My entire life is work. This podcast is work. I'm getting in the car. I'm going to another meeting. Work. I want to go to the gym so I'm in good shape. Work. It's all work. My entire life is work. And people don't want to look at life that way. They want to talk about work-life balance and being lazy and all this crap. I don't believe in any of that. I believe in if you want to win, you have to outcompete the man who's prepared to do nothing but work. It's player versus player. If you're going to sit there and go, I don't want to work more than an hour a day. Well, the guy who does want to work more than an hour a day is going to beat you. And no matter how smart you are, there's always a smart dude who's doing the same smart work you are for more hours than you're doing it. That's just the nature of the game.
There's only one way out. Through the thorns, through the pain. It's the only way it's ever been. It's the only way it's ever going to be. I don't want any easy ways out. I don't want to feel motivated. I want to feel tired and stressed. I want to run on pure discipline and adrenaline. Nobody is motivated at 4 a.m. But some people are up anyway. In my experience on this earth, The universe has never, I've ever seen, ever given an easy way out to anybody. So I don't believe it's coming. And most of you seem to believe something fantastic is coming next year. And I would argue that it's not. It doesn't matter if you go up or down, you need to make money. It doesn't matter if it's hot or cold, you need to make money. It doesn't matter if you go left or right, you need to make money. It doesn't matter if you're happy or sad, you need to make money. It's the only way to leverage yourself in this economic game that none of us can possibly escape. And what are you doing? And your version of locking in is finding copium. That's what you call work. I'm not going to tell you an easy way to make money. I'm not going to tell you you can just buy money and sit there and do nothing. I'm going to tell you how to crawl out. I can only teach you how to do things the hard way. That's all I know because it's all I've ever done. I've been the guy who had to crawl out by the skin of his teeth every single time he ever escaped absolute decimation. If there's someone out there who you believe in, who's promising you an easy way out, then go believe them. I don't know any easy way out. If there was an easy path out, why are so many people still stuck? Why are so many people still trapped? I can't give you easy answers. I only have the hard answers. And the hard answer is for you to knuckle down, stop praying for a miracle via digital currency, and start working all day, every day, until you finally have enough for you to no longer have to be forced to live an experience you don't enjoy anymore. A ladder's coming soon, so if I just sit around and wait, you will freeze. It will begin to rain and you will drown. That is the wrong mentality. If the man with the ladder is coming, then you're good anyway. But you should begin to climb anyway. The only thing stopping you is the trap of believing you're doing something by praying for the ladder man. Get rich, ignore the noise. Buckle down, lock in, focus, ignore the noise. And make sure you're doing things that actually matter. You're not working as hard as you think you are. If you're watching podcasts which are giving you hope that you've already done enough work. You're hoping someone is going to say to you that you've already done enough. You need to crawl out of that well with your fingernails. You need to get out of there like a man. Yes, you could have waited and had an easier way out. But think of how much time you saved by crawling out before the ladder man got round to you. And the great thing about this mindset is most people don't have it. Let them sit there and rage post and get mad and watch videos and do all that crap while you stack cash. That's how you're going to win. People think that the Matrix traps you with comfort. And perhaps this is partially true. But really, the Matrix traps people with demoralization. The reason you don't try harder is because you don't believe you can get any more. You don't believe you can escape. Once you're convinced that there is no way out of the jail, you find a lot of comfort in the jail. Only when you truly believe that you can have millions of dollars, anything you've ever wanted, go anywhere you want, drive any car you want, marry any woman you want, when you truly believe it, that's when you see the jail around you and feel confined and trapped. But when you don't believe you can ever have those things, you actually become very grateful for your meager circumstance. It's like if you don't ever believe you can get to the feast, if you don't ever believe you can get to the buffet, you're very grateful for the gruel, which is being served up each morning. So comfort, although it does trap people, isn't actually the reason people are trapped. People are finding comfort in the prison, and they're trapped in the prison in the first place because they're demoralized and they don't believe there's a way out. Most people are just born to lose. Artificial intelligence is here. Video from text prompt is here. Everyone understands this. Everyone knows how to use it. So what do they use it for? They make cute videos of them being a bunny with their girlfriend, holding hands. Look, we're bunnies, babe. Or sending stupid videos mocking their friends in the friendship group chat, calling one of the other guys gay. Hey, look, I made a video where you're gay. You don't need to make a video where he's gay. He's gay anyway. You're gay and your friends are shit. I know that as a fact. Because if you had half a brain, you'd be sitting there thinking, how do I use this technology to make money? How do I get rich from this? You don't care about using AI to be entertained. You don't want to make TikTok slop. You want to get rich.
Everything else you're doing with it is a waste of time. When gunpowder was first invented, there were people who sat there and thought, wow, I can make pretty fireworks so I have something to watch and I can be entertained. And then some genius sat there and thought, I can use this to conquer the known world and subjugate my inferiors. Winners think that way. You show me AI, I think, how do I use this to make money? I don't want to use it to have fun. I don't want to use it to make jokes. I want to make money. Artificial intelligence is here forever. You can use it to improve your life and become financially successful, or you can use it to distract yourself from your crap, brokey life, sending stupid jokes in friends. You are born to lose if you do not understand what I just said to you.
The real dedication and hard work doesn't come from success. It comes from failure. Do you understand the inverse here? Do you understand the laziest thing you can do is have the best life ever? If you truly love chilling so much, if you truly lack motivation, if you're truly not a tryhard, then just get stuff done. Then you can stop thinking about it, stop worried about it. That's the best thing you can do. If you're really dedicated, stay ugly, stay fat, and stay broke. Go for it. Now you get to dedicate your life to eternal suffering. Enjoy.
The best advice I feel like I still internalize. I feel like you should just always act like you're being watched by people you really respect and love. And it doesn't matter if it's in the gym, they're watching you to see how hard you train, or in that job interview, they're watching you to see how you perform, see how confident you can be. I feel like you need to have a sense of duty to people who existed before you or who have given up their lives so you exist. Keep in mind, there's a whole bunch of people who love you, who are looking out for you, who really care about you, and who have done a lot for you to exist as a person. And you owe them a lot of things, and you owe them your absolute best in all realms. Keep that in mind and let that motivate you to be your best self.
Stop trying to be the one who's impressing others and start being the one people trying to impress.
That business idea you had weeks ago, the one you're sitting on and you're talking about, and you keep having these small bursts of motivation where you type something down and then you do nothing for a while, you go back to jerking off, and then you have some ideas and you write them down, you do nothing again. Listen. If you would have instantly implemented your business idea weeks ago with speed, if it would have been all you did for 12 hours a day and you would have attacked it with everything you got, one of two things would have happened. One, you'd be making money and you're rich. Or two, it would have not worked. You would have gotten rid of that idea. And by now you'd have a new idea. The time you wait, the procrastination is why you are poor. Poverty loves waiting. Poor people love planning. They love waiting. Rich people love speed.
There is no such thing as the perfect time to do anything because all timing is divine. God gave you time, and he gave you time to take action. Trust me, the world can function perfectly fine without you. So you have to ask yourself the question, what are you here for? You're here to do things. Action, inaction, cause and effect. These are the simple rules of the universe. If you do not take action, if you do not move, if you think that the timing will be better later on, something's going to change in the future that's going to make it easier, that you'll work later, you don't have to work now, you are going to feel the bitter, permanent sting of regret. When's the last time you tried something and failed? I'm not asking the last time you refused to try something because you were afraid of failing. I'm asking when's the last time you tried with 100% of your energy and effort and failed. Because when I think back on my life, every time I tried and I gave it 100%, I won. Which is why every single time I get the chance to try at something, I just try and go and do it. And I don't sit and delay and procrastinate because I know if I try 100%, I'm going to get exactly what I want. I've never tried 100% and not got it. I have a 100% success rate in all realms, in all things. If I try, I succeed every single time. The key to being good at things is to enjoy them. If you enjoy something, you're automatically better at it. If you enjoy running, when you get out of breath and get really tired, you don't feel like quitting. You get endorphins. You're like, yeah, I'm setting a good pace. This is really hard. I'm really suffering. And the endorphins help you keep pushing further and you do better. By enjoying the run, you run further. The more you enjoy something, the better you are at it. And you already know this, but here's where you're confused. You know this, so you say, you're only good at things you enjoy. So do things you enjoy. But that is a recipe for loserdom because the things you enjoy are not difficult. You enjoy laying in bed, watching Netflix, eating candy. That's not going to make you rich. Instead, what you need to do is this.
Instead of only doing the things you enjoy, you need to enjoy all of the things you decide to do. That is a magic trick where you can blink and cure your brain. You can say, I'm going to work really hard. And you know what? I'm not going to hate it. I'm not going to be stressed. And I'm not going to be bored. I'm going to love it. I'm going to love this work. I'm going to sit down for 12 hours and have the best time of my life working as hard as possible because I have decided I'm going to blink and cure my mind and I am going to enjoy the next 12 hours of focused work. And guess what? You'll work better than ever before. You're going to enjoy the gym. You're going to enjoy that suffering. You're going to catch a case and you're going to love the attention. You're going to think it's funny that the whole media won't stop talking about you. It's like camping. It's funny. I'm going to enjoy jail. You don't get depression. You don't want to kill yourself. You're too busy having fun. Everything is fun if you enjoy it. And by extension, if you force yourself to enjoy everything and find it fun, you're automatically good at it. To become good at everything, you don't have to suffer. You don't have to be stressed and miserable. To be good at everything, you don't have to sit there worried. To be good at everything, you have to enjoy your life. You have to just decide to enjoy everything you're going to do. I'm going to do something because I have to do it. I have to go to work because I have to make money. So I'm going to enjoy it. All of a sudden, you're going to become very good at work and I can get promoted. Then you get paid more money. You're going to go to work anyway. So if you're going to go to work anyway, why not enjoy the work? And by extension, if you're going to enjoy the work, now you also are better at the work. There is no downside. This is a life hack. You can't lose. This is win, 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 win. Do not do things you enjoy. Enjoy all things you do. Force yourself to. And you will see, not only are you happier, not only is your life better, not only do you have less negative organs, not only are you smiling more, not only are you attracting more positivity into your life, not only are all the people around you liking you more because you're more interesting and more positive and a happier person, but even better, you are now good. You are now more competitive. You're now more fearsome opponent in every single thing you are doing. You are now better at everything you're doing. And you get all the benefits of that. Better at making money, better at running, better at chess, whatever it is. So, if you catch yourself doing something and you're not enjoying it, you're making a mistake. Force yourself to love it. And you're going to see how magical life can be. You're going to see how quickly the entire world can turn around by simply enjoying yourself. How fantastic a person you become and how fantastic your life becomes and what fantastic results you get to enjoy.
You're exactly where you wish to be. Even if you think you are not happy where you are. What I often hear from people and see from people is that they get very motivated for short periods of time and then they'll just go back to playing video games and they're actually not unhappy with their life. They only become unhappy for a few hours now and again. That's when they talk about how hard they want to try. But in general, they're actually perfectly fine with their life. If they wished to be anywhere else, they wouldn't be doing what they're doing. By extension, they would be exactly where they wish to be. Whether you're successful or unsuccessful, you wish to be where you are. If you say to a man, do you want to be bigger? They'll all say yes. But do they really wish for it? Oh, you'll take it for free. Well, you'll take anything for free. Taking something for free is very different than going out there and earning it. So you're as big as you wish to be. You're as rich as you wish to be. Because truthfully, when you wish for something with all of your heart, never in history has the universe or God failed to give it to you. So then the logical extension of this mindset is you have to analyze and decide why you wish to be where you currently are. And two, if you want to change that, where you actually genuinely wish to be. Everyone will say they want to be have $100 million, but it's not true. Because if you're truly uncomfortable, you can't even sleep.
But I don't feel sorry for you people. You deserve it because it's a decision you made. Have fun at McDonald's. I have no sympathy for these people. Zero. So when I say people are lazy, they go, I'm not lazy. I work hard every day. You work 8 hours a day? If I'm awake, I'm working. I don't take a second off. I don't take a minute off. I don't rest. I don't stop. None. I'm either asleep or at work. That's it. I'm online working the entire day until the second I go to sleep, I am at work. And you are at home competing against me and you want to watch a movie tonight. If you have a duty to your bloodline and you truly love your parents, how can you still be sitting at home playing video games, being a lazy piece? That in and of itself should be endless motivation. If anyone's watching this, if you love your parents, you can't be a loser anymore. If you wake up each day and go, I don't owe anybody anything, I don't have to prove anything to anybody, then you are a loser because you are absolutely not being correct.
you must prove yourself to your bloodline is you must prove yourself to God. God hates the lazy. If he gives you all these genetic dispositions and these natural God-given gifts, and you're not trying your absolute best, that's the reason you're not lucky. He likes the people which show him the beauty of his own creation. God loves to see that. Person who goes, I don't have to prove anything to God. I don't owe all of my ancestors any effort. I don't owe them anything because I want to play video games. These people are losers. You should walk through earth with force inside of you. Peasants have never felt like they needed to prove anything, but kings felt like they needed to go and conquer land. But the peasants, oh, I don't have to prove nothing to nobody. You're a dummy.
Besides your loud mouth, what do you have that make people know you're truly a man? What do you have? I can name some things, right? People walk in my house, they can see, okay, I'm financially successful. They look at my body, they know I'm motivated, disciplined, I'm extremely strong. They look at my world title belts, they know I can fight. They know that I am worthy of respect because she treats me with absolute respect. They look at my network, they see that men treat me with absolute respect. I don't have to open my mouth. Do you project true bravery? Do you project true confidence? Or do you need to talk to try and convince people of these things?
When I was broke, I couldn't sleep. I don't know how there's broke people out here sleeping just fine at night. Inflation's 20%, gas prices are 6 times. I never stand a chance of ever getting rich. Where's my pillow? I'd go to bed at night as a teenager. And I said to Tristan, my brother, I was like, there are people with 210,000 pounds for a car. How? How are people doing this? I couldn't sleep at night when I was broke. I knew that everything was a lie. I knew the Matrix was lying to me. I was sitting there going, I refuse to live my human years and be some second-class citizen peasant. I couldn't tolerate it. And I was so uncomfortable that it gave me the motivation I needed to escape. But the people who go, oh yeah, nice Ferrari, yeah, back to the TV. If that's the reality you've chosen to live, you get one spin and you decide you want to be a loser, that's fantastic because my hotel room needs cleaning. Somebody needs to do that shit. If I had to walk into